another episode of Ad Smashers Forbies. So today we are heading to Esperance. So we've been waiting to come here for quite some time. We've heard the beaches are amazing, if not some of the best in the country. So we're really keen to check them out. We reckon we'll spend about 2 weeks, hopefully maybe more if we can, here. But yeah, we're going to just see how we go and we'll give you a good look. Alright, so last night we stayed out at Dunn's Eco Park. It's on a working cattle farm, and I think it's quite new. You've got the composting toilets just there. They're wicked. They don't smell as bad as a long drop, and they're like tiled, and you've got sinks. There's a mirror in there. You've got the camp kitchen over there, which has got everything you need. It's got cookers, microwave, fridge for your stuff. It's even got heaps of utensils and that you can use, provided by Dunn's Eco Park. And then you've got the sites, which are just massive. Come this way, I'll show you. There's no set sites here. You just pull up to where you can get. It says there's only 20 sites, but we counted 30 cars last night, so yeah, we just pulled up here. So this is a little barbecue area at the Eco Park. It's right next to the camp kitchen, which is there. So you've got all the facilities in the camp kitchen, but they've got this as well, which is awesome. They've got like a little obstacle course between the trees. I don't know if you can see that. It's got like a little rope swing, be good for some kids. But yeah, there's also little walk trails here as well. That's where Beth is at the moment. She's just checking out the sign. So there's 2 different walk trails you can do on the farm. You just can't go into paddocks, and if you find gates that are shut, leave them shut, and if you find that they're open, leave them open. Because like we said before, it is a working cattle station. So our review on Dunn's Eco Park, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 just because how new the facilities are. It's conveniently located, so you're only 35 minutes from the town of Esperance. You're only about half an hour from Cape Legrand National Park, so this would probably be the space you'd go if you couldn't get into the likes of Legrand Beach, Lucky Bay campgrounds, because they do book up because they're so sought after. But you can even day trip out of Esperance to Lucky Bay. There's a massive day use area. You can drive on the beach there. So it's not too far from Cape Arid as well, which is where we're headed today. So we're going to head to Warton Beach and have a little bit of a poke around Cape Arid National Park, and then we'll find a camp that we're going to stay at tonight. But for Dunn's Eco Park, yep, 8 out of 10. It was awesome. It's just a location. There's no showers, and it was $30 a night, which is, you know, for no showers, it's still alright because of how new the facilities are. Down at Warton Beach cooking brekkie. Doesn't get much better than that, in my opinion. The water is so clear here. just driven the length of Wharton Beach, and at the other end we come to a sign where it enters you back into Cape Legrand National Park, which is pretty cool. And we're just pulling up onto another beach now. So if the wind's up at Wharton Beach, I recommend driving all the way to the end of Wharton Beach after you come past New Orleans Caravan Park, and then drive all the way to the end of the beach and then come here if there's a southerly blowing, because as you can see, it is quite protected. You're going to get the white caps out the back, but you've got this massive rock wall over here that's going to protect you. And in the shallows and that, it looks like it's pretty decent for a swim. Because you're not going to get perfect weather everywhere you go. You're not going to get the, so that's why you're better off planning a couple of days in Esperance rather than, say, a weekend or something like that, because you're not going to get perfect weather. That's going to be anywhere you're going. So you're just going to pick the days. A good app that I use for wind is called Windy. That's wicked. It's quite accurate. Like, it's going to tell you the wind. If you're into boating, and that's quite good for you as well. So we're just going to do a little four-wheel drive track that's going to get you to Membernup Beach. So this is directly after Wharton Road. So if you head down Wharton Road, you'll hit Wharton Road Beach on the Duke of Orleans Road, and the Duke of Orleans Caravan Park is down that way as well. But legit straight after, if you're coming from that way, if you go down that way and you hang a left, it's pretty much there. It's just a sand track. Yeah, we're going to give that a go. So this road that you turn down is called Daly River four-wheel drive only track. I don't know if it's an official road, but it's on Wikicamp though, so we thought we'd check it out. Apparently in the winter it gets very muddy here, and it's been known that if you want to get to Membernup Beach, Apple Maps will take you this way. And if you've got a caravan and that, it would probably be pretty dire in the wetter months. So I've just finished driving on the track, and this is the result. This is what you're rewarded with. Beautiful. So you can camp at Membernup Beach, but there's only 2 sites, so they're full up. But there's someone camping on the beach, and I was speaking to a local lady yesterday, and she said that the Shire camps, where the high tide mark is where the ranger's jurisdiction ends. So you take that how you want to interpret it, but I would dare say that you could probably camp on this beach. So Membernup Beach is pretty good. We did see a caravan on the beach, so we're taking back the easier route to get there. So it's pretty doable. You just got to lower your tyres a bit. The last few Ks is just a little hairy bit, but it's not even that bad. But if you're towing, just slow down, let your tyres down, and you'll be right. You'll get onto the beach. The beach is like any other beach in Esperance, pretty hard packed, firm, but tidal. So the tide does come right up. And there's actually more than 2 camping sites. We found a few more that are off the beach, which actually probably pretty protected by the wind because there's a few trees around and that, so probably wouldn't be a bad little stay out. We set up camp at Kojonup Community Hall. It's about 20 minutes from Wharton Beach. It's got footy goals, flushing toilet, and it's only 2 seconds from the town pub. So we're out here in the peak of their busy season, and you just see how much room you got. That's us over there, and you've got all this room that people could stay at, and it's only 50 k's out of town, so everywhere's booked. They do have an overflowing town which we're going to hit up in a couple of days, but yeah, so a bit of a ritual of ours after we've gone on some dusty tracks is to degrease and give the runners of the underdraw tray a bit of a spruce up. Because it sits under the tray, it just picks up dust, and it's got, you know, you have to have a bit of lubrication in the runners, otherwise it's just metal on metal and it's horrible. So dust and stuff does get stuck to the runners, so we just give it a good spray with Lanatec Stitcher Force. Liquid gold, this stuff. Good healthy dose of that. Like these, might as well spray the mechanism as well because that gets full of shit. Then after we've done that, we just give her a good hose down with the water. And that removes the majority of the dust and crap that gets into the runners, and it makes it easy for us to pull the drawer out. So we've just pulled up to Frenchman Peak, that big sucker up there. So we're going to try and climb it. Reckons it's a class 5. It's 262 metres above where we're at now. It's 3k return. I reckon allow 3 hours. Someone's wrote 40 minutes here. I looked at some reviews on wiki camps and they reckon, yeah, hour and a half if you take your time. So they want you to clean your boots before you go up. It's just going to stop or help prevent dieback. Don't know how these boots are going to go. They're red as from the Pilbara, but yeah.
Having fun?
Knackered. So when you do this walk trail first, I don't know, we're almost to the top. Just below the summit you'll come to this rock outcrop and it's almost like a cave kind of thing. It's pretty cool, but the walk trail will take you right underneath it. See there's birds nesting in the hollows, which is pretty cool. But whew, sweaty getting in.
Bit of a climb.
Yeah. Crawl. So this is just around the corner from the first cave. You'll come into this, well, cave I suppose. It's just underneath the summit. If you look at the roof there, summit's under, or above that rather. Looks like a big jaw, like teeth, looking down at the national park. There's areas of this walk where you've actually like got to almost rock climb just to get up the bloody thing. Woo! Hard yakka. top. Beautiful. Going down's a bit more sketchy, I reckon. Because you want to have good knees, good shoes. Gee.
The wind's picked up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you just got to take your time going down, I reckon. It'll probably take you longer to go down than come up. Alright, so today's been pretty eventful. We climbed the Frenchman Peak in the Cape Le Grand National Park. That was awesome. Took us about an hour and a half to do, which wasn't too bad. We got to stop and see all the caves, and it's awesome. Definitely worth doing. It's a class 5 hike. Coming down is very sketchy, but I wouldn't do it in the wet and I wouldn't do it in the wind. Then after that, we thought we'd treat ourselves to the leisure centre. So we went in the pools, the heated pools, because I got whacked by the sun yesterday, so we thought. And the weather wasn't too great today for the beach anyways. It was very overcast in the morning. The water was pretty cold and the wind's up in the arvo, so no good for swimming at the beach really. And there was a shark sighting yesterday at the beach that we were at yesterday, and I think Esperance is quite known for the sharks anyway, so we thought we'd treat ourselves to the leisure centre. It was $7.50 for both of us to get in, which is pretty good. We thought it was going to be $7.50 each. And we had a good shower in there as well.
Nice warm shower.
Yeah, it was good. And then after that, we went down the foreshore and went on the e-bikes that they've got there. So they're these little electric scooters. It costs you $1 to unlock them. You got to download the app. It's called the Beam app, and it costs you 45 cents a minute. So it cost us like 27 minutes. We did the whole foreshore. So it's pretty good. They get up to 21 k's an hour. So they're quite zippy. Doesn't look it in a video, but when you're on it, it feels quite zippy. And then they're restricted in some areas, like near the boat ramps and where there's like more pedestrian traffic. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Probably be expensive if a whole family did it, but something we've never done before, so we thought we'd get onto it. And that was it was pretty good. And yeah, we just come check out a couple of beaches now, and we'll just make our way back to camp. So we're out here at Victoria Harbour. Just just decided that we're going to go for a little flick of the rod. Been out here for about an hour. Got a few little nibbles, but nothing major. Hey, so it's dinner time and we're hungry and we got no fish, but we've got spaghetti bolognese to make. So we're going to head back to camp. We're going to come out here all day tomorrow. The weather was a bit going today with a bit of rain and that, so everyone's kind of disappeared out of town. So we thought, good day for fishing. It's about the same tomorrow, so we'll probably we're just going to set up here all day tomorrow, and hopefully we catch something. So we're just at Hellfire Bay and we've come to check out Little Hellfire Bay. We have no idea what it's like. We only found out that it was a thing when we got to the car park. So I've seen nothing of it, no photos, nothing. This is cool. This is like a little canopy.
It's supposed to be a 40-minute return walk.
Yeah, it is. 40-minute return walk. So 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. Probably for some fit bastards. So I've just pulled onto the beach at LeGrand Beach, and we're doing the LeGrand Beach to Wiley Bay, so those beach drives, 22 k's of driving. It's a bit of a shortcut to town actually. If you are in Cape LeGrand National Park and you don't want to go all the way back out and then onto Fisheries Road, if you've got a 4B, go this way. Apparently there's a bit of soft sand in the middle, so we'll look out for that, but it should be good. This is LeGrand Beach, it's pretty good. There's a few people on here. There's only a max of 60 kilometres an hour on here, so you probably, the sand's nice and hard, so you wouldn't need to go down that far, probably about 24, 26, somewhere between that range. And it's only 60 k's an hour on this beach, so perfect for high range. But you don't need to go that quick really, otherwise you can't enjoy it. Bay. There's pretty much only one way on, one way off when you get to the end of Wiley Bay, the town end, and these cars just keep on coming. So this is why you need to check your levels all the time. So we've come to check the levels, pop the bonnet, and we've noticed that the coolant bottle is missing its cap. So this is all the way down at the low level, which is all the way down there. And we only checked this 2 weeks ago, but I think I'm going to start checking it more often. We've probably lost this on a corrugated track. It's good. It's threaded, so it might not have been totally tight, but we've got to fix it. We've got 50 k's to get to town, and you can't leave it without it because the coolant system's going to work almost like a vacuum. Without that cap, you're going to lose most of your liquid straight out from pressure, or some of it will evaporate. And for the engine to work at operating temperature, this will need to be sealed. So we're just going to use a little bit of alcohol to make sort of a cap. Just to get us to town. And I'm going to grab some electrical tape. I'll wrap him up. Get some electrical tape. A bit hard with these intercooler pipes, but get some electrical tape and stick it to the top of the bottle. I'm going to have to take that off that roll, I reckon. Now this is only very agricultural temporary fix, but hopefully it's not going to hold pressure, but I'll even put some tape over the top. It's going to do better than just not having anything at all. And we'll go through and check the rest of the levels. Start her up and see how she goes. Luckily we've got a scan gauge where you can accurately check the coolant temperature of the engine. It'll tell you digitally, like it'll go up by one all the time, which is good. I know these motors, as soon as you get to 103 degrees, they'll shut the aircon off to save the motor. Coolant boils that have been between 130 and 160 degrees. So you don't want to be pushing your car that far anyways. Now this car here, we comfortably sits on 90 with the ratios it's got at the moment and the weight, so that's what it's on. So we've changed it up a bit. We ended up having 7 nights out at the community hall, and it was good. Nice and close to Wharton Beach, only 19 k's. We had 2 pub feeds, which is good, walking distance from there, and for a free campsite it's not bad. You get flushing toilets and a lot of room, that's all you get, but it's free, so you can't complain. There was a bus in there with a Hilux in tow, and that was huge, and you still felt like you had a lot of room. On the weekend it got a little bit busier and you still had heaps of room. So no, it was awesome. But we've changed. We've had 10 days in Esperance, and the weather, I don't know if you can see, but it's raining now. We're trying to wait it out, but it's been 4 days on and off, so we've just had enough of the weather. We want to get out of it, have a bit more fine weather. So we've come to Quaggy Beach, which is pretty much the same distance, just the other way from Esperance, further west, heading back to Albany. Yeah, we just pulled up here. It's a Shire campground. It's run by the Esperance Shire. It's $15 a vehicle, which isn't too bad. Good drop toilets, and it's got water here. It's not potable, but you can boil it and then make it potable water. And yeah, we're just trying to escape the weather, but the weather's come with us. So we're only going to be here for 1 night, and then we're going to shoot back to Albany. So yeah. So we're leaving Esperance due to some poor weather. We'd actually much rather stay. We're like hooked on Esperance. I don't know why, we just love it. You just go down the beach, and you can drive on any beach that you want. You point your 4-wheel drive on a track and you'll hit water. So I think that's the biggest bonus of Esperance, personally. All the beaches are nice. If you hit one beach and it's crowded, just go to the next one, because it'll be right around the corner and it'll be just as nice, if not nicer. We'll definitely be back in Esperance though, because there was still a few things we'd like to get to. We'd like to do 11 Mile Beach, just a day there, and then there's so many more beaches that you can hit. We'd like to do a bit more fishing there as well. But yeah, the weather was just waited 4 days on and off rain, so we thought, we'd move on. And we're on a little bit of a time schedule, so it's time for us to move on. But we got 10 nights out there, which is more than we thought we were going to do. And 7 of those nights were out at the community hall. So there's 7 nights free camping, so can't complain. The first night I was out at Lucky Bay, that was awesome. $30. It's probably overpriced for what it is, really. I mean, there's showers, which are awesome, and flushing toilets, but that's pretty much all you're paying for. You're not too far from beaches when you stay out at, like I say, the community hall. You're only 19 k's from Wharton Beach, and there's a caravan park there, the Duke Orleans Caravan Park. That looked alright, but we overheard it was $45 for an unpowered site, so that was a no-go for us. And yeah, the town of Esperance is awesome. A few good eateries there. Another eatery we want to try there would be 33 Degrees, right on the waterfront on the foreshore. That looked awesome. Never tried it, so we'll be back for that. And the French Hot Bread Bakery got a workout from us. We dine there quite frequently. And the brewery is awesome as well, and they look like they're expanding, so which is good, because it got packed. Even on weekdays it was packed, so they're expanding. Looks like the restaurant and a bit of the outside al fresco, so that'd be good for summer. So yeah, we love Esperance.
We'll be back.
We'll definitely be back.